What if I told you that we've had the key to saving this format this entire time, but much like all promo cards, it's not showing up anytime soon? Well. 34% of you, and as per usual, guys, check, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So there's a little card that I've seen the OCG start playing as of late called Gravekeeper's Engraving. And I was like, I got all excited. I was like, oh, they found the cure to tier. But guess what? It's a promo card, and we're probably not getting this anytime soon. So I want to bring this to light here a little bit. So at the start of your main phase 1, all right, that's kind of rough, but you're going to have to hard draw this. Apply one of these effects to both players, you and your opponent, till the end of the turn. They can activate card effects in the graveyard. They cannot banish cards from the graveyard. They cannot special summon monsters from the graveyard. Now, the only real effect you care about here is this seals off the graveyard for 2 turns. Now, what actually makes this card shine is the fact that because you can seal the graveyard for, 2 turns, you get better value out of, say, obviously like Dimensional Barrier is a good card, but the thing is, you can activate this turn 1 of the game, and then now your opponent can't go Havnus, they can't play through their turn. It basically gives you a turn to set up your combo and paralyzed here. Well, Robbie, this is another generic Floodgate card. All right, first of all, Smarty McSmartington, yeah, I understand it's Floodgate, but this is one of the best floodgates that needed to be made in order to kind of keep up with, the scaling of the game here. And like that's important to see here is like you have to rely on cards like this because tier has become such a monster. Like, now remember, the OCG has dialed back tier elements. Like, the deck there is so much less than it is here that you really have to kind of see that they had to dial this back. Now, unfortunately, like I said, that this is a promo card, which means that because of the dial back, the release schedule for this, I don't know where they're going to put this. I was looking at, Photon Hypernova here, and I was like, Konami, we need this card. Like, I understand that we're reaching, like, maximum tier, and this might not strictly help until we get another dial back and the power scaling here, but the fact that we could even have this card, like, be presented to us as an option to slow down the game is very nice. So, for those of you watching this video here, Konami, I'm asking you here, as a player, you have the out to slow down the format here. You have something that would give us the key to do this. If you want to, continue to be the company you are, you want to continue to crap on the floor out here, and you don't want to directly fix tier on the ban list, I will compensate and I will take this. I would be happy to have this Dimensional Barrier, all of these other stupid good cards that we can unpack on into the format here and then paralyze our opponents. All right, that'd be absolutely amazing. I would take that in a heartbeat. But the problem here is, once again, the release for this card was one of the more interesting ways of doing it. It was like a promo pack or something that had to do with Weekly Shonen Jump. Now, I'm hoping that Konami will have paid attention to this and go, wow, maybe we should give this to the TCG. Maybe this would be the real way for them to kind of keep up with the metagame. We understand that players are having a bad time. Wait, we could put this in a set as a secret rare? Oh, if you put this in a set as a secret rare, I mean, obviously with like Silent Graveyard, Dimensional Barrier, things like that, it will actually sell, all right? Instead, you're out here printing cards like Spellbound to try to get people, like, I guess, interested in things as well, but that's not really too much my speed. Now, there was another card that actually came out with Engraving that has another very interesting effect, and it is the Apostle the Swamp Deity. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is a continuous trap card that says during the main phase, so either player's main phase, special summon this card as a normal monster, Reptile, Earth, level 6, with 2,000 attack and 2,200 defense. This card is also still treated as a trap card, so it's going to maintain itself as a trap monster. And then you can negate the effects of face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of other continuous trap cards that you control. Now, this is actually kind of cool because this puts Eldritch 1% more back on the map. I got to be like very, very upfront there. 1% is still 1%. That's one extra game that they could edge out of the competition here. Now, keep in mind that it does say continuous trap cards. So what continuous trap cards does Eldritch have? Well, Conquistador and Haguero actually both are continuous trap cards. Now, of course, Rivalry goes in match, so your standard floodgates. There can only be one, actually. Keep in mind that this is a reptile monster, so when you do flip this up against your opponent's going to go, huh? I have to... Okay, so Eldritch... if you flip up, there can only be one. Well, you're not going to be able to do your thing. But if you have a Haguero up without a Golden Lord, and then you flip this up, well, congratulations, you can do your thing. Now, keep in mind that this is an Earth monster. Technically, the cool thing about this is if you have Inspector Border plus the Swamp Deity here, you should be able to make Chaos Angel, actually, which gives another level of things to this deck. All right, Chaos Angel... I love Chaos Angel. This card is so good. Alright, so just remember, it's got to be one tuner plus one non-tuner lighter. Oh, excuse me, you can't make it with this. Alright, you have to make it with the Conch, and you have to make it with the Haguero, actually, because they're both light monsters. Correction there, alright? Alright, can't do what I was just thinking there, but double Conch, double Haguero, Haguero plus Conch does make the Chaos Angel, because that is, that's just how that works at the end of the day. So, but the biggest thing here is the Swamp Deity gives you an extra layer of negation while deploying out a relatively large body. And I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to capitalize on it too much because it's an Earth monster, but you know, having the ability to negate face-up cards. Now, keep in mind, like I said, this is face-up cards. It does not have to be monsters. All right, that's your other important thing. So if your opponent's going to do something, it's going to like maybe lightning storm your field. All right, you can go ahead and deploy this. You've got goes in matchup. All right, then you're like, oh no, I'm going to get lightning storm. You can deploy this as a negate, because guess what? You have a continuous trap card up and running. It's hilarious that this actually works in the way that this is. And this is another card. Once again, like both of these cards came out together. I don't know what Konami is thinking holding these back. I understand that they look at these things and they're like, oh, you know, like, we should probably release these together, you know, the community would enjoy it. No, just get the stupid good cards out. This is why I hate when we have stupid good promo cards that matter, because you have a dual-sided floodgate that can punish tier players. You have a card that can actually put Eldritch Control back on the map, and guess what? You know, I don't think you guys need those cards right now. You know, just go struggle through your ninth tier mirror match out here. You'll be fine. You'll just walk it off. All right, like the Apostle doesn't even really do much to the tier matchup. It just makes a trap deck slightly more consistent, and you know, both of these are tied together at the end of the day. Promo cards have always been the bane of Yu-Gi-Oh's existence, and I think they're going to continue to be. Like, it's just how it is, man. Like, I also understand that there's probably going to be one or two tier players who are going to comment down below. They're going to be like, keep that crap out of the game. I don't want to deal with a two-sided card. I mean, it stops you from playing the game, but like, if that's what you have to do, if you want to keep the power scaling where it is right now, and you want to continue to have no fun allowed central for half of the metagame, you're going to have to do something. Like, that's just how it is. You can't continue to have that ceiling exist and continue to have, you know, little Timmy just be blue-balled every time, you know, he wants to try to play some sort of other deck in the format. It's like, it's either tier or bust, and that's bad. So we have the keys. That's the important part. All right, they exist. All right, well, I mean, making a good ban list also technically exists, but you know, that's neither here nor there. So I want to ask you guys, where do you think we could put these two cards? Because they do go together. I do know that there is one more card that does exist with these two, but we're not going to talk about him today because he's not that good. All right, he just kind of comes along with the package, but that's fine. But what do you think about the potential here for the Gravekeeper's engraving? You know, the Apostle of the Swamp Deity to kind of actually tip the scales, and I do mean this wholeheartedly, to fix this stupid game to the degree that we actually need. And like I said, Gravekeeper's Engraving has showed up as an amazing side deck card, and I think that that's what we need right now. Good side deck cards that we can do. I mean, at this point in time, you may as well main it, so the off chance that you could see it when you need it. But please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, all right? And Yu-Gi-Oh! Is very Yu-Gi-Oh at this point. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.